So a podcaster asked, or a customer asked, "What's in the blue cup, Mr. Tovar?" And I said, "Wouldn't you like to know?"
It's Coke Zero.
With a splash.
With a splash of what? Ice Cube?
Yep.
Singular.
There's
Not
one rock.
multiple. He
And
doesn't
it's
want
gone.
He doesn't want it to be too cold. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 46 of the Slate Serious Sign Podcast. This episode is sponsored by Rusty.
Slow down.
I was trying to get the whole intro in before Rick came back.
Rick, he's going to take forever. He's not very fast.
That's true. Hello,
He's a
everyone.
producer.
And
He's not a
welcome
speed
to
demon.
episode 46 of the Slightly Serious Sign Podcast.
You already said that.
You just told me to slow down,
this
so I
is how
figured
it
I'd
goes,
just start
Rusty.
over.
Okay.
So if you're wondering how it goes, that's how it goes.
Don't use my middle name to stretch it out. Just Rusty's fine.
This one is
Because otherwise
sponsored
I
by
feel like
Rusty.
I'm in trouble.
Well, here's the problem, Rusty. If I wanted to use your full name, I actually only know Rusty. So,
In the sign world, that's all you need to know.
so I felt like that's the only thing I could
It's,
use.
isn't it? It's nice.
There's
to
only
have,
one Rusty
It's
that
nice
I
to have a
know.
name like that because Rusty, like if you used to say Rusty in the sign industry, we know.
They know.
Like even Domingo, you say Domingo in anywhere in the U.S.
They know.
They know. But Tyler, no, there's a bunch of Tylers.
Yep.
Mike's, there's way too many of us.
Yeah, that's for sure. In the sign business, there's way too many mics.
Yep.
That's for sure.
So, all right. So, are we going to introduce Rusty first, or are we going to open our gifts first? What are we going to do?
So how do you want to do it?
Introduce. I think we introduce Rusty. Let him talk
Okay.
about who he is, why he even wanted to come here, and like how old he is, all that stuff.
Shoe size.
Shoe size,
security,
social security
size,
number.
Favorite pet.
Yep. Favorite pet, social
Right.
security
Credit
number.
card, expiration date.
Street I grew up on.
Yep.
I need that 3-digit code on the back of your card.
Maiden name.
Right. Right.
And mother's
but
maiden
other
name.
than that, keep all the personal stuff to myself.
So your last
You
four
got it.
digits, social security number.
Right. Right.
All right, go
and
ahead.
where do you keep the spare key? Right. It's under the mat.
Yeah, there you
Got
go.
it.
So the question is, who are you? How long you been in the industry? And what is your current role?
All right. Thank you for inviting me. My name is Rusty, and I don't have any other names, so it's Rusty. I'm in the sign industry, been here 5 years, work at Plasticade. I'm the national sales manager. So wanted to come in here today, hoping I'd ski on the way in, a little bit of lake effect snow, missed all that. So drove in clean and easy. Get in here for a podcast.
Yeah, all our snow melted.
All your snow
You brought
melted.
the warm weather.
It's
up
going to
with you.
snow as I leave, so welcome.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, we'll see. They're big fakers, though.
Yeah, they talk
we
about
talk
this all the time.
all
I
the
never
time.
see it happen.
Yep.
Well, last time I got out of town, and then you guys did get some snow. Now I'm gonna do the same thing tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah,
20
He was in-
inches. We're
he was
getting
in
20
Indy.
inches of snow starting tonight.
I believe it.
As soon as I leave.
So it's probably going to be 2 inches.
Yeah, but you're a little shorter than us, so we're probably only gonna get 4, Tyler.
Rick,
All right.
Rick did cut
Somebody's
that part
getting
from
four.
he did cut that part from the banner video. Where I said we have 36,
Oh,
we have 40, we have
Oh.
60 inch for some of the taller people. Domingo probably needs some of the smaller size banner, but you know.
All right, can we open our gifts?
Yeah, please do.
Oh, these gifts came from Plasticade. We're excited about them. We don't know what they are, but
first of all,
Be
thank
careful
you.
for your drink.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
First of all,
First
thank
person
you.
to bring a wrap present onto the
wrap
podcast.
present
Wow.
on the podcast. This is getting better.
This is like an early Christmas gift. Or is it already past?
It's already Christmas.
it's already Christmas.
46 is
So
past
he's late.
Christmas.
Yes.
You guys are just slow opening it.
Yeah.
So he's
How
late.
late is he?
Yeah.
This is the first week of January.
Okay, first week in January. Well,
Okay.
all right. Well, better a gift.
So
than-
let me take that back. It was snowing all the way in. lot of
That's
snow on the
joke we made
ground.
in the last one was like, oh, how was your Christmas? Oh, it was great.
Sure, absolutely. So a couple things you'll find in there. One, most certainly the mini Signicade Deluxe. This is your countertop version. We have a nice for video here. And our tagline is increase your visibility. So obviously this large buck knows that without the proper identification, they're not really improving their visibility. You guys won't find them. So there he is standing right in amidst you guys, and you guys don't see him at all.
It's because he doesn't have a Signicade.
Yes, that's nice.
There you go.
And we got it in frame form.
Yep.
So you got a frame form to keep long term, and this one here really is our advertising piece for sign shops. So as a sign shop, you can get listed on the Plasticade website. That listing will drive free leads to you when a potential customer goes to Plasticade, signs in, puts in their zip code, and looks for a sign shop close by, any sign shop that's already listed on the sign shop will be populated in that search. So I got a little QR code on the back of your sign for you. Lists as the Wensco site to drive it in.
Yeah.
And on this side's fun.
And really, you can use this
fun.
for any distributor. Just change the name at the top and you can put them in the other distributors. We can keep our picture in there.
I think so.
The picture stays. It's permanent.
Picture stays.
So if you're a
Right.
competitor and you would like one of these, we'll send you one. Rusty will get us the file. We'll change the name on top, and then we'll
Keep
send it
our
up to
picture
you.
in there. Look at Domingo's
Domingo
big
looks.
head.
Look how happy he looks.
Look how
pretty
happy he
good.
is. He's excited.
ya.
He's excited about
That's
that.
a good looking hat.
You know why? It's because he's
funny
got a
that
gun.
It's funny that your hat is in there.
It,
And my
didn't change
sunglasses.
any of that.
My hat and sunglasses are in there.
That's awesome.
that is an awesome photo.
I'm a little chunkier.
And
I
they
think
got your good side, Tyler.
They made me a little chunky in there.
No,
No,
seems
it looks
pretty
about
accurate.
Why do I
right.
have to be the fat guy in the picture? Why do I have to be the fat guy?
The caricature adds 20 pounds. That's what they
That's
said.
all right.
All good.
Well, thank you very much.
good.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
It's definitely the nicest thing we've been given on the podcast.
You know, he's the number one fan, number
Yep.
one guest right now.
He's definitely getting invited back.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So-
So who's out though? We got to throw somebody out because of this that didn't bring us anything.
We can come up with some. Yeah. Who didn't bring us anything? Everybody so far, though.
Well, Don
44
Long
people.
did. It might be Dustin David. He's out.
He's came twice. He didn't bring us
He
anything.
didn't bring anything.
Ooh.
He sat here with a coffee. He didn't even bring us coffee from Starbucks.
He
or
did
nothing.
say, though, if we do the special edition episode, he would bring us stuff.
Oh yeah, never
So-
mind. You're back in, Dustin. That's right. You're bringing a special
So I'm in for that one.
barrel aged
Yep.
something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in for that one.
All right.
So, anyways, Plasticade is where you work.
Yes.
Can you just kind of cover some of the products you guys have that people obviously will be familiar with if they don't recognize the name Plasticade?
Yeah, certainly. Plasticade is known for really our A-frame, 24 by 36. The Signicade was the original sign frame. You'd mount a sign right to the frame, either with tape or adhesive or pressure sensitive. You'd mount it right to it. Most recently, we've come up with our Signicade Deluxe. That features a quick change feature that you can take your sign, 4mm Coro, slide it in and out, easily have a couple of messages on each side. So 4 messages on one sign frame. So it's pretty nice. That's really what we're known for. We do have other sizes as well. And then if you go from the storefront with an A-frame, you can get out to the curbside, which you're going to see like a roller post type product, which is going to be a base that you're going to fill it with some kind of substrate. And then a post, a post that'll hold that sign. And then if you get further away from the door in the parking lot, you might find a wind sign or a larger billboard type sign. So we run the full gamut of, what I'd say, a double-sided A-frame all the way out to a single-sided, roller post and curbside product.
Basically, if you're putting a sign out on the sidewalk or in a parking lot and you're not drilling it into the ground, Plasticade has it.
Mm-hmm.
So
They're everywhere.
So a question I have for you, just
Simple.
based on a recent experience we had, is we were at, what airport were we at? It was Tony and I, so neither one of you are going to know this.
Well, then why are you asking
did I
Why
us?
are you
go?
asking us?
Where did I go without you guys, though? Do you know that answer?
Kentucky.
We wouldn't have flown.
you
though.
did.
Nashville.
We flew.
It was Nashville.
Nashville. You're right.
Yeah, Kentucky.
Yeah, we saw you there
Okay.
because we talked about this. So that we flew in, we rented a car, and we get to like the rental car place, and there's a billion signs right in the rental car place, and they were all on these Signicade Deluxes. But the Signicade Deluxes looked like they had been in that parking lot 100 years. I don't know. They're supposed to be white. They're looking pretty brown by the time we saw them. So my question is
Is this
that
an ad
sounds
for
like
my
a
product
negative?
or no?
Is
Okay.
how long do you think these things last? Because they could have been there forever. And that's literally what we were talking
I
about. was when
guarantee
we
they
left,
could
was
power
like-
wash them back
I was
to
like,
white.
we would actually benefit from if the product didn't last as long. I was like, I guarantee they bought these things 10 years ago at this point.
Yeah,
And they're
can
just-
we make them fail after like 2 years?
Well,
Can we
wanna
work
sell
on
a
that?
bunch.
Can we send out
We wanna sell
like
more.
Apple style? We're just going to start sending out updates to
Yeah,
them. The
updates,
hinges.
So do you want me to put an expiration date on it? I mean,
Yeah.
we could do that instead of a manufacturing date. Maybe it's an expiration
Yeah,
date.
we should put
It's just a
expiration
recommendation,
date.
like a recommendation. You
good
might want to
until-
change these out. Well, we could probably come up with something like that. That's a good question. I've seen them where they've lasted many decades. I was downtown Chicago and saw some at the CTA that had, a previous location where we were manufacturing, and I had to go back and ask my team, were we ever in Rolling Meadows? And it was way before my time. But yeah, they were still in service, still in use. Like you say, Mike, they can power wash and bring them back to white, and they just keep sticking in new messages, and they're still in circulation. So yeah, they last a long time.
When they do come in different colors, right?
The regular Signicade will come in red and blue, green, yellow, orange, white, and black. And then the Signicade Deluxe, we're offering that in white and black. And those are the most popular by far.
Yeah. When I first started, there's no Deluxe. And the Deluxe was a game changer. But we stopped selling as many. We sell all those well nuts. We sell a lot of well nuts because that's how they put them in there. They drill them in and, expand them. And then when a Deluxe came out, that's a lot better. A lot less well nuts all over the floor in the warehouse. So, that's easy.
It's like stepping on a Lego.
Yeah.
Having a well nut on the floor.
And then once it was easy change, that was a game changer. But in the beginning, they were way apart in price. Now they're a little closer in price, which a lot more people buy the Deluxe than the regular Signicade from us.
100% now, yeah.
But you still get people that just buy what they used to buy. I want a Signicade. Okay.
Well, it's typical if they're not changing the message out. If it's going to be a single-use sign, the Signicade still makes a great choice. Yep. So it's really when they come down to, I'm going to be changing this message out regularly, quarterly, that kind of thing. The Deluxe definitely takes over from there.
Yeah. The problem with when you don't change them, I'm not advocating against it, but the message will fade before the Signicade fades.
Yes.
Right? Your print's going to fade before your Signicade ever breaks or does anything else. Your print's going to fade. So,
and speaking to timeliness, you look at the message, might look like it's dated as well. The colors aren't really topical anymore, and even the design may not look like it's from this right generation. So, absolutely.
I mean, we've done a pretty solid job here at showing that they're definitely durable. We've got a pretty good 3-year track record now of showing that you can really beat on these things.
I remember somebody falling over one. Did
Yeah.
I see that
was
image?
2 years ago.
Okay.
Not even last year, 2 years ago.
Yep.
Someone fell on one. It's actually the same.
It's the same one that's sitting out there.
It's the same one we use. It's not even dented. It's the same one we used for the video this year. So,
and if you haven't seen the video, it was a good video. Thank you.
You should look at our 12 Days of Christmas video. We used it as a sled. It doesn't work great as a sled, but it held up good, and it's still out there.
Absolutely.
Maybe if you had snow.
The print got a little scuffed up, but the Signicade looks great.
Sounds like a durability standard that we need to try to achieve, right?
Yeah, you can sled with them.
Yeah, you could put that on the warranty thing. You can slide with them.
Not recommended, but it works.
It works.
Well, you had a helmet.
You got to have the helmet. Got to have safety.
Safety first.
Gotta have safety.
Got to have my helmet. I need helmet.
I need helmet, not a helmet. I need helmet.
I need helmet.
That was an Instagram comment.
Yeah, we were laughing about it today. So if you haven't seen the video, they're pretty durable.
Absolutely.
They're going to last a real long time. So,
well, speaking of safety, if I may, I'll go into another segment of our business. We have a whole safety division where we make traffic devices, control devices, and you're going to see those all over the highway through municipalities, all the way out to the interstate. Wherever you see an orange barrel or a traffic cone or a delineator, probably made by the Plasticade
Even the
team.
crowd control.
Even the crowd controls.
Where you see the orange fence, the white fence. Yep. And then also you have the minicades as well.
The minicade, absolutely. So if
and
you
I
have
see a lot of those in parking.
Footprint, yep.
I see those in a lot of parking areas where they just put it up this way, arrows this way, this way.
And they're made here, right? They're made Chicagoland area.
Everything's made right in the
We've
U.S.
been at the plant.
Absolutely.
We've seen how they're made. We've seen it's a physical process at some point too, because you have all that extra molding that people are carving off, and it was impressive to watch. It was impressive to watch the people there, pull it off and know exactly where they got to trim it, trim, put on the stack. I'm like, that'd have took me 4 hours, probably, and I would have trimmed it wrong. You wouldn't, There'd be less quality control if I was there. Just to say that.
They would need more quality control.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah,
they'd have to have a supervisor over my shoulder. It'd be double labor because one person had to watch me the whole time.
Made here. Where's the plant at?
The plant is in Elk Grove Village, so just on the backside of O'Hare Airport, so Chicagoland area. Any of the ballasting that we use for our rubber bases, that's going to be made in our plants that we also have, one in Indiana and one in Oregon. So all of it's made in the U.S., and it's one of the things that helps us, deliver the product quickly, and again, be able to control our own destiny with our quality by being able to produce them here with our own team and watch that product as it's going through.
American made.
America.
That's right.
Yeah. Hopefully that will help with some changes. Well, actually, by the time this airs, we might already know what we're talking about more, but changes in the next couple of 6 months or so in terms of pricing, but we'll see.
So one of the things you talked about, Mike, with watching them cut away all the flashing, all that gets reused and recycled. So we have a pretty high recycled content going back in just through our production process. So we're not creating a lot of waste when we're making each product. So the device is made, anything is trimmed off, will get reused again. So that's kind of nice.
If I was there, there'd be full Signicade Deluxe right in a recycle bin.
Yeah, right.
Dang it.
Still going back through.
I'd actually
Your
probably
skid would just go in the
My
dumpster.
skid.
And you'd be the guy with, missing a finger.
Missing a
missing
finger.
a digit. Oops, sorry.
My old skids in
It'd
it.
be
My old
a
skids in the right
separate bin with just Mike on it.
Yeah. That's how they started selling the red ones.
Right.
His all came out dyed red for some reason. They're like this light pink color. They couldn't figure out why. They're like, every Signacade this guy makes is just
we
this
need to
red
make
color.
Just on the
make
left
red
side of the
ones.
frame, right?
Just on one side. Yeah.
Right.
Just one
I
side.
haven't figured that out yet.
Listen, there's a reason I don't work in any production type place, like even building, none of that stuff, because I live by close enough. And
Apparently that doesn't work in manufacturing.
safety and precision just cost you time. I live by
That's
that.
why he's not employed by Plasticade.
That's why.
Yeah,
That's why I
exactly.
don't work in any production there. Most people are way better than me.
So we talked about the Signacade and Signacade Deluxes, which obviously are both 24 by 36 pieces, basically, that you're either mounting or applying to them. You have a few different options in the 24 by 36 realm. I think there's 3 or 4. How does someone decide between which version is going to kind of be best for them with the 4 or 5 different options that are available?
Yeah, the application will be one of the drivers. So we have a 24 by 36 wind sign. Again, if you're getting further away from the opening or further away from the front door, where the product's going to be taking a lot of wind, we have that spring-loaded, what I'd say our wind sign. That one will be a 24 by 36 as well. It's a pedestal type where there'll be a sign on each side, but you're going to ballast the base. It's spring-loaded, so it's going to kind of rock with the wind and wave with the wind and then stay upright, which is really important. So if the application drives which way you're going to use a 24 by 36, the A-frame is easily moved in and out of a storefront, so those typically are right at the door, going to represent whatever the day's special or the event, a message you're going to try to represent. If you're looking at something that's maybe further away from the door, you're going to probably want something with wheels to be able to roll it away. Nice segue as we're coming out with a product that's going to have wheels on it. It'll be a Signacade Deluxe with wheels. So I've got some samples that you guys will be able to see after this podcast and kind of look through it and see what your thoughts are.
So a Signicade Deluxe, you can fill with sand, right?
Correct.
What percentage of those out there do you think are filled with sand? My guess is 5%.
I would say I would take the under.
Take the under?
I would take the
Nobody
under.
puts sand in them.
Nobody puts sand in them.
Because they stand up pretty well to the wind and that kind of stuff. Because, I like to see, like, that's one of the things I was looking at. I'm like, they make a sand hole, but like I'll walk by them and give them a little nudge when I see them on the sidewalk to see if they have sand in them. And I rarely get one with sand in it.
I would say if it's going to be a stationary sign, maybe they'll add the sand. Again, they're not dragging that in and out. That's sitting out somewhere, with the same message
Parking
day in and
garage.
out. Yeah, the same message day in and day out.
Just
So,
the arrows.
yeah,
like
arrows
those in
and
that parking
directional,
garage.
wayfinding, that kind of thing. So
Zoos. I've seen them at zoos.
Yeah, where they never move.
They
just sit
never
there.
move. It's
Why do you have
entry
time
that
to go
way.
to the zoo? Is the zoo open when we're open?
You know what? The zoo's getting revamped.
are you going there to
GR
see?
Zoo.
Are you going there to see our signs?
I actually see.
So you're like on a
He's
field
doing
visit.
a sales call.
every
Yeah,
time.
sales call.
It's
Hey,
like a
calls it a
field
sales
trip.
call.
Thanks, Domingo. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Everywhere you go that. It's just like you start looking at everything.
If
And
you
my
look-
wife hates it. She's like, "Come on." It's like,
You look at the
Hold
Signacades at the zoo. Domingo's business cards are just wedged in them all, just in
There you
case. You never know.
hey, you need extras.
Yeah, it's
I always wondered why when you sent me a picture there was a zebra in the back. I never
There you
put
go.
2 and 2 together. So thank you for that.
taking selfies. So making a Signacade Deluxe with wheels. What's the the primary target with that is going to be customers who are using them just further away from their building, basically, but still moving them in and out every day.
Correct. That'd be the idea behind having the wheels because, as Mike said, these are really heavy. The Signacade Deluxe weighs in at 20 pounds. Can you add sand? Absolutely. You can add another 5 pounds to each side, make it up to a 30-pound sign. That's pretty heavy. And if you're trying to carry it in and out and you're maybe height challenged, and I'm not going to look at Domingo. So if you're height challenged, then you probably want wheels. Right.
The other thing is, when you're carrying these, you can trip over them.
Apparently.
I've seen that where people
They are a trip
Allegedly.
hazard.
Yeah, when you're trying to get them through a doorway.
Yeah, they're a trip hazard.
Yeah.
But you didn't break the sign.
I didn't break the sign.
You damn near broke your neck.
Just about.
Okay.
Just
I'm
about.
sorry.
Trust me, I would have shoved him a little harder.
Give it a little boost.
Well, we're glad you're okay.
Thank you. You're the
we're
only
glad you're
one.
okay.
I didn't get any sympathy
He's
from
got
anybody
red
else.
marks on the back that look like handprints.
Yeah. There's 2 handprints on my back from the push, and then a couple of boot prints to make sure I was doing okay.
We
on
were
my
checking
back.
on the Signacade to see if it was okay. We were concerned.
Get off. We want to see.
We need the Signacade for other videos.
Yeah, we do. We do. We use the same one every time.
Yeah,
Haven't
okay.
broken it yet.
Maybe
We'll let
like
you know.
Babe Ruth notching his baseball bat, you should do a little notch on the edge of it saying this was used in 23 videos.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
Hi, better.
Well, like next year, we're going to have a disclaimer on the Plasticade sign that was like, will break at, and there's just going to be this certain line that we've finally found the threshold, right? Like it's like,
We'll
right,
break
we've
at
tried-
73 miles an hour with truck. And just have us just blasting it.
When fully open.
Can you validate that? Because I'm not so sure that 73 will do the job.
Okay, we'll give it a shot.
We might try.
Yeah, well, somebody's going to have to give it a shot.
I'll hit it with the 4-wheeler going full throttle
Okay.
and see what happens.
Next year, this will be our bit for the Plasticade is every year we just do a little more damage to it. And at some point, we finally break it, and then we'll know what the line is.
I was kind of hoping you'd pull me along behind your 4-wheel and let me go skitching. That'd be fun.
There you go.
Next year.
Rusty, that's a great idea.
Huh?
Rick, write that down.
Write that down. That might be a video.
I'm just wondering who's going
That's
to
a video.
actually get behind me when I'm on the 4-wheeler.
Oh, I'm
Think
behind you.
not-
Oh,
think
behind
I'm
the
not gonna
4-wheeler.
slow
Never
down?
mind.
Think I'm not going to slow down?
Yeah, I don't want to die.
I keep asking because you got those old boats at the farm. Keep asking Tater if he wants to go boating. I'm gonna tie that up to the truck and drive him around the farm on the boat, just skidding him across the fields. You guys want to go boating? Well, at some point, you're gonna see a video of us boating out there.
That doesn't
boy.
sound very fun at all.
That sounds dangerous, but I'm in.
Safety's not a priority around here, unless you're OSHA. Yes, safety.
Yes,
Safety
yes.
first.
We definitely
So-
follow along.
We can go to the other thing he sells too. You sell the post with the base, so you can put like a handicap sign on it, or. And I've seen more and more of those lately, where it's like you can have either temporary handicap sign or even your permanent handicap sign, where it can be removable for like around here for winter. You can pick it up and put it on the sidewalk, so the guys can plow the whole thing, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And I noticed that even at the hotel as I was coming in, the employee of the month sign's all bent over from obviously the first plowing of the year. Oh, this is January, the third plowing.
Just one. Two? Probably just one, actually, here.
So
We've been pretty lucky
from that
so
point
far.
of view, yeah, if you're not digging a hole and mounting it in the ground, having a temporary sign is really good. You can move it around, you can adjust it. I've yet to see a parking lot look clean after a couple months of cars pulling in and out, running into stuff. So being able to walk out and take a temporary sign and straighten it up, make your lot look better is well worth it. It's well worth it.
So if customers are only familiar with like the Signicade or Signicade Deluxe, what are some of the other products that you think a sign shop would be more likely to use that maybe they're not currently looking at from your guys'?
Yeah, some of the smaller
Portfolio.
footprint products. We have a gemstone product, which is a little 8x24. It's got a really small footprint. You typically would see those as a valet type sign, but take away the valet and start using them for wayfinding and other apparatuses to welcome people in or as they're exiting, thank them for their business. That type of product is really easy to deploy. It's really easy to store when not in use. It's designed to be ran over. So when it does get hit, you can pop it back open and run the rubber ring over it, and you're off to the races again. So
And they're stackable too, right? That's what you're talking. They're
yeah,
stackable.
you can nest them with or without the weights on them. So yeah, they're really easy to put away and keep. So that's one of my
There's
favorites.
two weights to it. There's two weights.
We offer the 9 and the 20, and you can always throw another 9 on for 18. So you can start getting denominations based on that. But yeah, the traffic guys will use a 30-pound. So it'll get even heavier if you want that. That's really designed for semis to be driving by at 80 miles an hour and having them not flip over.
Yep. I've seen them used for like just at the end of your driveway, you have those two like reflectors.
Oh, for the.
I've seen them used in parking lots as just reflectors so that you know where you're going. So like you go between the two reflectors and
Coming out to exit.
they're a great thing for that. Yeah, when you're coming out of the exit. So especially especially around here in the winter when you can't see the lines, you can't see the ground.
Sure.
You know, they
Well,
can
we
put
did
them on- you can't
inventory.
see the.
We did inventory in October, and we found some extra weights. So we were counting the white ones, orange ones, and black ones, and we looked at the weights, going, "We have extra weights. What? Somebody must have got some without a weight."
Well, I think at the open house, you took mine from me while I was setting up.
Oh,
You because I put your logo on it, and you thought that someone had ill-placed the sign for the open house. And I'm looking around, and I was like, somebody's already stole my sign within the first couple of minutes of
there you
unloading.
go. That's the extra weight we had.
You know
And
what?
there you go.
That's what happens to my tools at my house too. Same person too.
Hey, they just look like they were in the way. We're just trying to move them for you
There you go.
from your house to
You
mine.
know, this looks good in my bag.
Yeah. So going back to that gemstone product, it's really good for fundraising too. You know, at some of the events, you'll hear sign shops talk about different uses and applications of product and using them in their booster to be able to generate money for either the athletic department or the theater department, using, specified parking as part of a sponsor's contribution to the event. If they'll throw them a couple parking spots, be able to increase the revenue. So once again, the product is generating money as well as wayfinding and kind of sorting out the traffic as it's coming in. So using them as a parking stall.
That's a
with
great
set
idea. That's a great idea for my house.
No, terrible idea.
You guys can park way out front, or you can pay to park and bring your kids in from the door.
Maybe you could do a little Venmo
Did you say
little
that,
code that you can
there
have them
you
click
go.
on it so it's pay to
Yeah.
park.
Did you say you could run them over?
I said yes, you can.
Just checking.
It sounds like it's in the future. Some additional
Like,
testing.
I didn't see a parking sign. I don't know what you're talking about. I just got this nice black perfect lines on my front bumper just from every time I show up.
I have one of those signs, the post signs in the garage. Someone thinking they're funny, put a handicap sign on my post where I park in my garage. You know anything about that,
It
Tyler?
wasn't me, but that's a great idea. So I wish it was me. That's a great joke.
Yeah.
I missed that one. Nope, wasn't me, but it probably fits there.
So going back to those posts and bases, we have a rubber base that you don't have to add any ballast. We've got a molded base that you can add sand or water to. So depending on what your application, in the northern climates, I like to look at rubber or using sand so it's not going to expand or, freeze, that kind of thing. But it really depends. They all do the same function. They're going to sit to the ground. They've got a low center of gravity. They're not going to move around. If they do get hit, they're not going to damage the car. You can, straighten them back up after a day's use, or if they get hit, and make your yard look nice again.
So one of the things with your product is it's pretty, we actually talked about this literally on the last podcast, but it's pretty widely available, right? Like you can kind of get them in a lot of different places, not just from sign supply distributors. Granted, like we were just talking about, like you can technically get them on Uline. They're pretty expensive to get them there, but you could. So I say that to say a lot of sign shops probably have customers that are using them and have no idea that the sign shop can provide them to them because they're available. So is there specific groups of customers that these like sign shops should be looking at that like, hey, if they're not buying Signacades from you, they're probably getting them somewhere because they're going to be using them. So is there certain customers they should be looking for, or just asking in general, hey, are you guys using A-frames? Do you need them? Or who specifically should they be looking for?
Yeah, it's a good question. I always looked at the signs that I would see when I came into this industry, and someone wiser than me said, what you're going to learn really quick is you'll notice where there isn't a sign. So I would say, hey, your real target client is someone that doesn't have a sign at all. So look around and see, should this business have a sign? And then what type of application do they have? Are they in a strip mall? Do they need a couple of parking spots that are identified as theirs? Do they want a welcoming message as they come in? That kind of thing. Yeah, they're widely available. Excuse me. They're widely available anywhere. Thanks. Are we gonna edit that in now? Thank you. Excuse me. I was going to say they are widely available, so sign shops can get them. They can go anywhere and pick them up. You're mean. You want one? I do, if I could.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, thank you.
Look at that. See?
I'm going to cheers you on that.
We share gifts. Oh, I'll cheers with you.
Oh, no. You're keeping your drink on the rock from me. Cheers. Thank you. Cheers. Thanks, guys, for having me, and Happy New Year. I hope you all had a nice New Year, since this is...
we had a great New Year. We had a great New Year.
We should just talk about
Fantastic.
the fact that Rusty said he doesn't drink energy drinks. And now I think this is the fourth one that
All
I've seen
from-
him
all
drink
from you.
that are all from us. He said, I don't drink, literally it was that. So what was the first one? The Fast Sign Show?
Yeah, I don't drink energy
And he's
drinks.
like, yeah, I don't-
He's pounding them out of our cooler.
We just wore him down. It was literally what it was. And the whole show, we're like, do you want one? He's like, no. Do you want one? No. You want one? No. We get like 2 hours left in the show. And he's like, you want one now? He's like, yeah, I probably should take one.
Fine, I'll
Since then,
try one.
All downhill. Every time we see him at a show now, we got him, dude. We got him hooked in.
I think it was the Fireball that you were trying to pass along with it.
Well,
and
that's
that's
an
what makes
added
these
bonus.
really good.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That's how we really
What's
get
Fireball?
Yeah, what is that? Is that something in the sky?
I think it's candy.
Do you know?
Cinnamon candy?
Do you know why our generation likes Fireball so much?
Yeah, because you had those stupid
We had those little
candies.
round cinnamon candies, like they're only a nickel when we were kids. We used to go to the store and get them and see how long you can keep them in your mouth. Then they made a drink that tastes just like it. Of course, we're going to drink it.
It's pretty close. For
I mean, I don't drink it, but I've heard
allegedly.
about it.
Yeah.
Allegedly, I've heard it's pretty close to the same.
I go all in on that bet.
I'm taking the over. I'm taking the over. So anyways, if you see us at a show, we probably have energy drinks.
Thank you for the hydration.
You're
Thank
welcome.
You.
Yeah,
We're really
much
just
better
trying
now.
to keep people hydrated. That's our goal in life.
Much better now.
And that's one of the things we do. If you do see us at a show, chances are we're going to have energy drinks in that cooler.
It has
Just
been
come
our
get
thing
one.
for the last year or so now.
Because we believe, we said it last show, you got to work your heart because it's a muscle till failure, just
Yep.
like any other part of your body you work out. Work your arms out.
You know-
You do your sets till failure. Heart, same thing.
Well, speaking of shows,
Were you trying to wear me out?
we didn't ask you that you do. I know that you do a lot of shows because I see you there. Is there a favorite food place that you like to go to?
Oh, that's, when I'm on the road, I typically try to go somewhere where I've never been. So I don't try to just seek out the same one over and over again. It could be a cuisine. It could be an experience.
So you're a moody guy.
I'm going to try almost everything. Why not? You're out and about. You should really understand what each environment has for you, what city, what the favorite locals will go to. And so I'll usually ask, where does that person go? Or, where would someone go that's never been here? Give me a food that you want to be known for. So when I'm home, I go to a little place called Signicade. It's a Thai restaurant in my hometown. So it's really good.
Okay.
So a little plug, shout out for them.
There you go.
It's all good.
Do you order by spice level at that restaurant?
You
Is it
can.
like a traditional Thai restaurant?
Yeah. Traditional Thai restaurant. Absolutely.
Yeah, because the one by
Beads
us,
of sweat level.
Yeah, the ones by us, there's like 5 levels, right? The second and third level. Sometimes the second level is spicy and sometimes there's no spice at all. The third level is just consistently miserable though. So I don't even know what 4 and 5 are like. I just know 3 is already brutal.
I think if you phone it in, they'll try to pick up your dialect to see if, we're going to make this not nearly as spicy as it should be. So you got to tell them, I really do want it spicy 10. Give it to me hot.
I show up and they have to remake my food as soon as they see me.
Yeah, they're
walking
like,
in the door,
oh,
like, oh no.
Yeah.
We messed this one up.
Side of milk. Right.
Yeah. No, this is on the house. Side of milk.
Right. Go ahead. Side of milk. So, no, I do like a little spicy.
How
That's
come
good.
I never really been to a Thai restaurant with you guys? I mean, this is like the
It's
third
hot.
person
Can you use a
that said Thai.
chopstick?
I'm part Chinese.
Are you? Which part?
I knew it was coming.
So we said,
He used to be a Chinese waiter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By that he means he used to be a waiter at a Chinese restaurant. But
Okay.
So I used to work at the local Chinese restaurant in Grand Rapids was Golden Dragon. When I turned 18, I started working there. I was the only white guy that worked there, like it was all Chinese people and Korean people. And then he opened a restaurant in Lansing called TJ's, which was a Korean restaurant. So it was a Korean Chinese restaurant. But at the end of a shift, because I'd work full shifts, you could eat with them, but you had to eat what they were eating. And of course, he wouldn't let me eat with nothing but chopsticks. So
Right. So you learned well.
I learned very well, like
From the best.
from the best. So yeah, I can eat with chopsticks.
Okay.
And my favorite food is still like kimchi, like kimchi fried rice or even kimchi jjigae. Like I'll make all that food too.
Okay.
So I never
And
lost
you
my
like it
love for
spiced up.
I like it spiced up.
All right.
I want to hurt.
Tony likes it really hot.
I want to hurt when I eat. Like if you're comfortable while you're
me.
eating, man, right? You gotta let's have a little pain in there.
the last time Russ and I were together was we went to Hattie B's, and Tony ordered either the hottest or the second to the
Tony
hottest
can eat
one.
hot.
And he was like,
that's all he eats.
He was eating it and eating it, and he's like, yeah, it's not even that bad. You want to try some? I'm like, sure. Bad mistake. Bad mistake. Let me tell you.
When you inhale it and you could smell it that it's going to be hot, you already know before you even take a bite.
As you're about to take a bite, you just realize I have seriously messed up here.
Right. I shouldn't have challenged myself to this one.
He just looked so comfortable eating it. I was like, oh, it can't be that bad, right?
Hattie B's was good. See, again, there's a local Hattie B's, so you don't get that in other parts of the country.
Yeah.
So it's a Nashville
I
favorite.
did see Tony fail one time with the hot. So we went to a testing room, like they have testing different chilies. And we're testing a couple. All of a sudden, I'm like, what about this one? It's like, it's only about that jar. He's like, well, you have to sign a waiver to take that. I'm like, Tony. Tony signed a waiver, put a toothpick in, just literally dipped a toothpick, dipped it on his tongue, on fire. Like he couldn't do anything else. Like he was like sweating, done.
Oh, you're talking about like where the peppers are, where you test all the peppers?
Yes.
Okay,
He had to sign a waiver to do one. I'm like, that was where I knew, like, listen, I'm out. And he did it. And woo-wee.
That's way too.
So, yeah, it wasn't for me.
I double dog dare you.
It doesn't even take that much. You just be like, it says it's hot, Tony.
Yeah,
You should try it.
Tony's.
He's like, I'm in.
So when are we going to a Thai restaurant then?
I mean, it's just not that far from here. It's like 4 miles.
You always take me for dang chili dogs.
We can go
We
there.
had Thai
It takes
food
a
all
long
the whole
time to get your
time.
food, though. That's why I have to order ahead of time.
Yeah, I'd rather have chili now.
I know you would. We were just making a joke that you order your food kid style at the restaurant we were just at.
Absolutely.
That way you got room for a donut.
Exactly.
Right. I totally understand.
wife's gonna hear this.
Start with dessert, work your way back to the entree.
Hey,
And
Pet
then
Boy.
back to dessert.
And then you can always go back to dessert if you're still hungry. It doesn't look like you've ordered a second meal. So yeah, I'm with you.
So anyways, before we had to hand out more monsters because Rusty got. So we're talking about the best customer you said is one that doesn't have a sign, right? I think where I notice it is when you have like even close to here, like the chiropractor that we go to, they're in like a, I don't know what they call these things, but it's like a strip mall, except all the doors are on the inside. So you got to go in one door and then you got to like find where the business is. Often I have no idea where I'm going when I get in those buildings. I'm like, I don't know. It's
Like an atrium.
Yeah. So you go in, right? And
Okay.
it's like, you have offices like 1 through 50 and then 21 through 50.
So ideally, you would be greeted with a gemstone saying,
yeah, that's
you know,
like
1
hey,
through 21
these
that
over
way.
here, yeah.
Right, there you go. A
Or
little
even
wayfinding.
specific. Like one of them has one, right? So it's like, hey, this business is over there when you go in the door, and you're like, okay, well that's helpful, except not the one I'm looking for. So I think if you, as a sign shop, if you walk into a business in general that just you don't know where you're going when you get there,
They need a sign.
leave your card. Yeah, like please, because we're all doing the same thing. We're like, somebody's got to put up a sign, dude. This is getting out of control.
Notorious airports are like that as well. They think everyone knows where they're going. So if there's an airport under construction or, you know, it's a brand new reveal of an airport, you walk around and as I'm not familiar with that, I may not know where I'm going and I'm looking for a Signicade Deluxe to tell me which way to go. Where's the car rental from here?
You know who needs more Signicade Deluxes, and this should be a crime that they need them, is every single sign show. Why in the world is it so hard to find where I got to pull in to set up my booth, where to park? How hard could this be? We're literally here for a sign show. You tell me you can't put up signs?
Remember the Fast Sign Show?
Yeah, we walked 1 mile. We literally thought we had lost. We were completely lost. And then finally, one sign that said Fast Sign Show. We're like, we've been walking for a mile. You couldn't have put one at the other door that said, hey, just keep going. And when I mean that, I mean like just keep going. It was all the way on the other side. But I don't know how that makes any sense. But yeah, I don't know how it makes any sense. But all the shows we do, especially for setup, never have any signage. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's like literally, this is what all these people do. You're telling me you couldn't have ordered some signs ahead of time to get this done.
So maybe your other customer isn't just the one that doesn't have a sign. Maybe it's the one that doesn't have enough signs.
That's true
So,
too.
You know, so you see someone that does embrace having a sign, but clearly they may not have enough signage.
Yeah.
You know, especially as crowds grow and, you know, people are trying to figure out where they're at. So yeah,
You know,
there's a
I
lot of
see-
opportunities.
There's a lot of towns that you go, these, you know, little towns that have shops and stuff like that. And you're walking through. What do you normally do? Just look at the window and see what they have inside, right? But the signs that have the Signicades out there that have messaging, kind of what's today special, lunch special, or bar, you know, this is Tuesday night, whatever, draws more attention and it draws more business. And so it just seems like it's a no-brainer.
Definitely going to increase your foot traffic.
Oh, absolutely.
I was driving through a back street in Trenton, New Jersey, and it was a business district, and I didn't see any signs except the barber. And my first thought was the barber is the only one open, and he had a Signicade Deluxe out in front, and it was just barely open. He still had his barber pole turning, but all the other businesses, no signage. I didn't think they were open. Wasn't there for a haircut, so I didn't stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of the giveaways when you're trying to look for something, especially if you're on a strip, right? Like the one that I think of is in Orlando, where we stay at the hotel by the convention center, where there's just like 7 restaurants, right? It's just like boom, 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 boom. Like the people walking there are more than likely looking for food, right? And we already know what you have, but when you put out the Signicade out the front, that's like, hey, or just like a picture of food. I feel like it probably works way better than anything you put on the windows.
I think they ought to have the menu on there.
100%.
Think about it when you walk, because every time
bad.
you got to go to the door, you got to go, all right, where's the menu? Why not have it right there? Boom.
I just saw one. I mean, I'm not as much for the menu. Like, I'm going to eat anywhere because I'm not picky like Domingo. Like, I don't eat like
checking if they have chicken tenders.
I don't need chicken tenders and ketchup. I can go beyond that. But they just had one that said it was a bar, and it said something about come in for our special and your wife will look better. I'm like, well, I don't know, but I'm like willing to give it a shot. So yeah, there's I will draw to something that's funny that's out there.
Yeah. So yeah, I think one of the key add-ons is if you're a company doing windows and doors currently, like if you're doing, hours and temporary graphics and all that kind of stuff, asking about A-frame signage, I think is a huge benefit, 'cause I think a lot of people are missing out, assuming they can put one out. Obviously they've run into that too, but I think it's an easy add-on because it's not the most expensive thing in the world, and it's something that will definitely bring in traffic for them. So if you're not already asking when you're doing that type of work, you should be, I think, especially in any place that has regular walking traffic. So that's my opinion.
How many times, like, I've been in a couple different places lately, like you walk in the wrong door because number one, I'm not always looking for the entrance. I'm just like, whatever door is closest, I'm going in, no matter what kind of place it is. And when the lady says...
That could have its advantages.
Oh,
it could.
You'd be amazed how many places, like, even like those strip malls you say you're talking about, like, I know it's not the right place, but like someone's just sitting there and I'm going to walk in like I think I'm in the right place just to see what they say. But anyways, I walk in the store and the lady's like, she's like, you're not coming in the right door. Are you looking for the entrance? Yeah. Well, people do it all the time. Put a sign up. Like, it's simple. I looked at her and said, put a sign up. Like, it would have been that simple.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm the one that's like, yeah, I'll wander in anybody's door. Like, if I have to park around the side, I'm going in the side door. Yeah. And I may walk through their warehouse to get to inside their store. I'm still going to walk through their warehouse.
Yeah. But I think for those situations, you do need a Signicade, because how many times have you gone up to a door and tried to pull it open and it's a push door, and then you look down and there's 7 signs that say push door on there? Signicade might have been a better option there. I don't know what it is, but I don't read any of the window graphics. You just walk up, pull.
Well, you look through the window graphics.
Gosh dang it, push.
Yep.
So
when I'm in Iowa, because they have that push pull door that's backwards, it should be like you should be pushing. Yeah. You should be pushing from coming out of the office, like you're supposed to. But because the vans were there, they made it push in. And Corey there will put a sign up on each side that says push pull, because I'll run into that door all day long. Literally all like I just expect them to go through also into the door, and it'll happen all day.
Yeah, you just don't learn sometimes. So
we got to get that on video.
Another use. No, it's probably on video already. They probably got it saved. They watch it at Christmas party.
Over, loop it.
Yeah, it's their highlight. I mean, that was pretty much the only other thing that I have on here, because lately the thing you've talked about, made here in America, right?
Correct.
So the thing we've been seeing lately, not just with your guys' product, but kind of across the board, is we're getting a lot more stuff that's imported in, right? That's just significantly cheaper. Obviously, a lot of times it's just a mimic of the product that already exists. Is there anything Signicade's doing kind of to distinguish themselves from some of the other products that are coming into the market?
Yeah, when you start looking at products that do come in as an import, one of the first things you look at the weight, and you go, it's not even the same weight. So you do see advertisements for different sign sizes. They may not be a 24 by 36. It might be a little bit smaller. So it's really easy to get tripped up on price when really you should be looking at the design and the weight and the features. So like a Signicade Deluxe is a heavy sign. As I said earlier, it's 20 pounds. And that sign, it has really thick wall plastic. It's pure plastic that's being produced here in the U.S. and then molded into the frame under our designs and our styles that are going to help prevent it from collapsing if it gets hit and run over. So I would say, yeah, take some of those products if you do see them, run them over and see how they look. Guarantee they'll probably break. You won't be able to sled with them for certain.
Probably.
So
we'd try.
There's a weight limit on those.
On the other ones.
On the other one.
You know, the other best advertisement for us is really a sign that's falling apart. You know, a wood product that, you know, is either absorbing moisture or it's weathered and it really starts to fall apart. You'll see that, or metal rusts. So what really makes our products so unique is that durability. And yeah, maybe we'll have to put an expiration date on there just to help everyone out. But literally they're the other end of the spectrum of single-use plastic. This is truly an industrial grade product that's going to last a generation or more.
One of my favorite things was with sandwich boards that obviously get dragged in and out every day, you know? And if you look at the feet of them and you can just see like where the plastic has essentially been smoothed out, you'd be like, I bet they've dragged that thing on the concrete 500 times probably before. And it looks... You wouldn't even notice unless you're intentionally looking for it. But it's like, obviously, all they do is just drag it inside and drag it back outside every day.
So why are they called sandwich boards? I'm newer to this industry, and I was hungry every time someone says you got a sandwich board. I'm like, really? There's that many sandwich shops? So, you know, what gives?
I think that's why they originally called it.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know. You're around then, Domingo.
No, I think.
He was around at the invention of the sandwich is what you meant.
Yeah.
Earl? Is it Earl? Okay.
No, it's just that's how they were advertising it back then. It's just the way it was.
Someone will tell us. Don Long knows.
Oh, probably.
There's got to be someone in this industry.
Someone knows why is it called the sandwich board.
Because we call them A-frames.
Yeah, it should be A-frame. I don't know. I guess we're going to find out because we're going to research it as soon as we're done here.
We haven't fact checked in a while, so hopefully somebody will let us know. Or someone will have to do the research themselves and let us know. So,
and I was always confused because we don't supply the graphic. And I'm like, how do you know it's going to be for a sandwich shop? I don't know.
Yeah, they're probably going to put it on that core.
Put $1 in. Beep. Put $1 in.
Put $1 in the jar.
Okay.
I
didn't miss that one.
We're not allowed to say core on this show because
Don Long yelled at us.
It's the brand name of.
It's like Kleenex.
It's like a Kleenex type thing, and
Gotcha.
we sell Laminacore stuff. So like every time we
Corrugated.
we sell corrugated plastic.
Corrugated.
That's why I'll say coral because then Don and Rick will beep all those out because Don will call us and yell at us for saying it. Like I'll get a nice message on my phone for us saying.
So if I say coral, it's still legal.
Coral's still legal,
right? Because it's corrugated plastic. Yeah, it's
and
coral.
I was like, nice.
You just can't say coral.
Yeah, it's corrugated plastic.
It's just the people that have. Honestly, it's the people that have been in the sign industry for so long that it's just ingrained in you, right? It's like that was basically all you had for a long time.
Okay.
So that's what they called it. I mean, that's what we called it, and we didn't even have it. I mean, since I've been here, we didn't even have it that long. We've had
We went back and forth.
Long.
Yeah, there's other brands too that we had. So, but that's what it's called.
Anyways, Rusty, I think do we
make a mess of things?
We roundabout way got through most of the questions, it seems like.
And you got another energy drink in me. So
I did.
Thank you for that.
We've done it. It's my only goal every time I see you now, apparently.
Okay.
So I'm just going to start carrying extras just in case I see you.
And those that know me, I'm really a coffee person. So to switch over to an energy drink, I don't know if this is changing my genre or not, but this is actually pretty good. So
that's why it was an afternoon podcast. Coffee, you could do it in the morning, but
okay.
After one, and coffee just gets weird, but somehow energy drinks are acceptable.
Why is Rusty jumping all over in the parking lot?
Yeah. Why is Rusty running back and forth to go to the parking lot before he leaves?
He parked on the other side of the parking lot to come in to do this one and talks really fast. Thanks.
That's how the intro went. That's what it sounded like. Rick wasn't even here for it.
Yeah, Rick, you tried it. You're going to have to edit some of the intro for sure.
We tried to speed run the intro. It was pretty good. I think it was good.
Now, do people listen to your podcast at normal speed? They do 1 1/4, 1 1/2. What's the podcast
They
genre?
probably do it by 0.5 so they can just savor the moments with us. Don't you think?
I was going to say they'd probably do it at 2.5 times just to get it over with as fast as humanly possible. But if you do, I still appreciate you the same. So I don't care.
And with that,
Yeah, exactly.
thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you for. But
Like
most
it.
of them are on YouTube. So, I mean, a lot of people probably don't even know how to speed up a YouTube video. So they're probably listening to it at one time.
Yeah, I don't think I know how. That's how I listen to them all on YouTube.
So, anyways, we appreciate you for listening. Rusty, thanks for coming out.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks for the
Thanks
gifts.
for the
Yeah,
gifts.
increase
I
your
love that.
visibility with Plasticade. So get out there. Don't be like this poor deer that has to say, "Here I am. I'm a deer. I need a sign."
Yeah.
So just for the record, I can see deer. Shot
Yeah.
5 on Sunday.
Sure. Unless you're the DNR, he only shot 2.
Yeah. He only
No,
shot
you can
2.
have 5 tags in Michigan.
Oh,
You could have 5. You could
I
legally
thought the line was
have
a
5
little bit.
tags. But if you have this bracelet on that says plenty of tags, you can
does-
shoot as many as you want.
it's legally.
Yeah, as long as
In
you, as
Fremont
long as you have
County?
this bracelet on.
So if you are listening and you're in the DNR in Fremont County,
Sparta area.
I know where to look.
No, you have $2 tags, and you can buy a doe tag per day in Fremont right now.
Dang.
So
That's a
they're
lot.
trying to get rid of does. So, and I shot some does.
It's good. So, anyways, appreciate you coming
Thanks
out.
for having me, guys.
If you have
Yeah,
questions
appreciate it,
about Signacades, reach out to your sales rep and they'll get a hold of Rusty. If you want to be on the Find a Sign Shop,
Locator,
then go to
plasticade.com, and get registered. There's a QR code that Mike just popped up there.
try
on
and
top
scan
of
that QR code on the video. I don't know how that works on video, but
It might.
I think you should try
But you
it.
can go to our website, plasticade.com. There's a find a sign shop near you, put in the zip code. Right next to that on the website is I am a sign shop, get registered. So you can get registered on there. It's a free service. And again, we'll push anyone's leads out to whoever's registered on there by your postal zip code. And it's a nice way to drive some business. So make sure you get out there and get registered on our website.
There you go.
Beautiful.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
See ya.
Happy New Year.